What's good, YouTube? We back with another bang. We watching Summer League. We watching Gym Range. How every first round pick performed at NBA Summer League type shit. You know, I can't speak right, but yeah, we supposed to react to the Olympics, bro. They fucking copyrighted my video. I'm gonna pop it up right here. They fucking blocked my shit, bro. Like, it ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I tried to find other vids. You know, I waited like a week to see if I could find another vid that pops up. Couldn't do it. All of them are copyrighted. All of them get blocked. So. Can't react to it, bro. My bad, y'all. I know. I was trying to, upload. We react to the qualifying games. Yeah, no, they ain't doing that shit no more. So we watching Gym Range.
NBA Summer League did not go how we expected for the
Bronny James.
The number one pick, Zachary Rizaje, had a solid debut, all things considered.
Who y'all think is gonna be the best rookie in the class?
By no means was it a
who y'all think is gonna win Rookie of the Year, really?
But as you'll see, that was rare this year.
Because, I'm trying to place a bet on it.
He ended the night with a lot more believers than when he started. In the first quarter alone, he showed off a much more well-rounded and polished skill set than most were aware of. A left-handed finish in the pick and roll.
Screen, lefty hook is good.
A corner catch and shoot three.
Pass to the corner. That is a slick dime.
Early in the second half, he takes it coast to coast for the slam.
No. But that wasn't.
I can do that.
Move attacking the rim and the finish. A step-back jumper from distance.
And potential Rizaje launching.
Okay. We reacted to this game. I remember this.
This was an impressive debut that opened the eyes of many, especially when it comes to his potential ceiling at the NBA level. Now, you would only play one more game after that.
Damn,
what happened? Didn't go quite as well. He dropped 11 points against the Spurs, going just 4 for 12 from the field. But going back to that matchup between the Hawks and Wizards, we also saw the second overall pick.
This one I think is going to be the best one. I know after the first game, he didn't do too good, but I feel like he's going to be the best.
Shooting only 4 for 12 from the field. He did manage to go 2 for 5 from distance, both of which came off the dribble.
Yeah, he's going to be the best one, I feel like. And he got defense, bro. That's why like, he got real good defense. Look at that.
To have impressive moments throughout the Summer League, things would only get uglier offensively as the week went on. By the end of his 4 games in Las Vegas, he was averaging less than 6 points.
Yeah, he didn't do too good after that.
Only 19% from the field and 12%.
But he gonna get better, bro. Trust. His defense is so tough, though. He's not showing the defensive highlights.
While there's a lot of optimism about his raw ability as a scorer, it seems like we might be a ways out from that coming together on a consistent basis. It's clear that he was given the ultimate green light. In his second game, he went just 4 for 14, including 0 for 5 from distance. Which was actually a pretty impressive outing compared to his third game against the Blazers. He finished the night failing to knock down
damn, bro. They showing all the misses.
Single one of his 15 shot attempts.
Damn, he went 0?
7 threes. Now, by no means whatsoever are we suggesting that Star is doomed for failure at the NBA level. Even amongst these struggles, the potential was still apparent. A lot of rookies struggled this year. But there is no way around the fact that the optimism surrounding him did just take a pretty big hit. Now, amongst the top picks in this draft,
he was going crazy.
The most impressive Summer League
undoubtedly
belongs to the third overall pick to the Rockets, Reed Shepherd. Across the
Adam Silver
he averaged 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. By the end of even just his first game against the Lakers, he had pretty much everyone sold. The excitement really started in the second quarter and just got more impressive as the game went on.
Yeah, he's tough. I ain't gonna lie, he's tough. He's putting on for us.
Robinson flipped the stride on that one. Reed Shepherd.
Then the success carried over into his second game against the Wizards, where he dropped 22
that was a nasty ass dunk.
What's really crazy about his Summer League is across his 4 games, he shot only 28% from 3. Something that no one in their right mind has any concerns about when it comes to Shepherd. So for him to look this impressive as a scorer tells you a lot. Conversations are quickly heating up about where he should have gone in this draft, and rightfully so. The Spurs' 4th overall pick, Stephon Castle, had his Summer League cut short due to a wrist injury. But across the 3 games we did see him in, he had some impressive moments. But for his Summer League as a whole, he did struggle from the floor. He averaged 17, but shooting just 37% from the field and 25% from distance. The Detroit Pistons' 5th overall pick,
Ron Holland gonna be good too. But Detroit got so many small forwards, bro.
It was promising to see that
they got a Min, they got K, they got Ron Holland, they got Jaden Ivey. Like, they all the same height and do the same thing. I mean, they gonna be tough though. Like, don't get me wrong. They gonna have a better career. They gonna have a better season this year than last year for sure.
The three-point shooting was the concern coming into this
Yeah, that's
draft.
facts.
And while
He's
there
athletic as
definitely were
fuck,
some
though.
bright spots for him during the week, really nothing was done to alleviate that concern just yet. With the 6th overall pick, we saw
Who's
the
this?
Hornets make one of the more surprising selections of the draft when they selected French wing Dejan Solon. Easily
Interesting.
one of the more raw players in this class.
Look,
so
big
coming
as
into
hell.
this summer league, the expectations really weren't too high.
You gotta dunk
He
that.
played
Come on
3
now.
games in Las Vegas, failing to catch much attention at all, averaging only 9 points and
Yeah,
7
I don't know about this
rebounds,
guy.
shooting 42%
Oh, that didn't
from the
look too
field,
good.
and going just 1 for 10 from 3. With the 7th pick, we saw the Portland Trailblazers go with UConn big Donovan King, the other side of that matchup, where Alex Sarr went 0 for 15 from the field.
Okay, so he locked him
Now,
up.
for the summer league as a whole, Klingon struggled offensively, but he was still able to leave Vegas with a positive impression on most. After
Hey,
coming off one of the most dominant
give me that
seasons
shit. Hey, he
we've
looking
seen
pretty
at the
good to
college
me.
level, he looked the part. And it wasn't just in that matchup with Sarr. He led the entire summer league in blocks, sitting back over
Really?
4 a night.
Okay.
Now, what was clearly the most intriguing
He said how
part
many
of
a
his
night?
league in blocks, sitting back over 4 a night. Now, what was clearly
He had
the
4
most
blocks a
intriguing
game?
part of his week was his willingness to shoot from 3. Something we really didn't see
wow.
at all during his time at UConn. He was out there taking over 3
Oh,
attempts
he's a
game.
knockdown.
Now, he only knocked in 3 across his 4 games.
Oh, never mind.
But just seeing him
But I mean,
actively
still,
trying
that's
to
one a
extend his
game.
game has to have Blazers fans very hopeful. Someone that had
Blazers.
a lot of hype and
Oh, this is my
excitement
pick right
surrounding
here.
him going
Hey, this is
into
my
this year's
dog. I
summer
see him
league
at LSU pop
was
up the
the 8th
vid.
overall
He's
pick
gonna be in
who
the
made his
corner
way
right
to
here.
Minnesota after a draft night trade, Rob Dillingham.
Yo,
the
hey.
top on-ball creator in this
Hey,
class.
Minnesota
whose
gonna be
game
nice.
fills up the
Bro,
highlight
him
reel.
learning from Mike
However, to
Conley
kick
is
things
gonna
off
be
in Las
insane, bro.
Vegas,
He gonna take his
that's
game
not
to a
what we
whole nother
saw.
level.
He went just 2 for 12
Spurs
in
sold.
his first game, 5
Hey,
for
this dude
14
right
in
here?
his second, 3 for 10 in his third, 6 for 21
Tough too,
in
I
his
ain't gonna
fourth.
lie.
It was
Double
looking
zero
like
tough
he was
too,
gonna
man.
have one of the more disappointing summer leagues of this year's rookies. But luckily, he was able to save the week in his final game against Orlando.
Wow. Hey, this dude tough right here, number
Together, one
71.
of the top
I seen him a little bit.
performances of
I be really
anyone
knowing
this
ball.
year, dropping 25 points, going
Wow.
11 for 18 from the field.
Yeah, we're gonna react to a
and
lot of
3 for 7
Minnesota
from
games, no
3.
cap.
Orlando
A lot of
turnover.
them.
Dillingham's 3 is through.
On top of that, he also dished out 12 assists.
A game?
Lob and the finish by Miller.
The Grizzlies' 9th overall pick in the draft,
Zach Edey?
Zach Edey,
Yeah,
is who
I don't
was
believe in this kid,
easily
I'm gonna be
most
honest.
intrigued to see play in this year's summer league.
He would've
While
been
his
good
time
back in
was
1980.
brief, suffering a minor injury that
believe him.
ended his week in just the second quarter of his second game.
Wouldn't be gonna
he was
lock his
still
shit
able
up,
to silence
to be
a
honest.
lot of the criticism surrounding what he might be capable of.
Look
at
at
the
that.
NBA
If this
level.
dude can lock,
In his only full game against the Utah Jazz, he dropped 14
if this dude
points
can lock
and
him up, wouldn't be
15
gonna lock him up.
rebounds,
I ain't gonna lie.
including the tip-in descended to overtime.
But they lost that game though.
Here's a tap. You called it.
Against the Pelicans, where he played just 8 minutes before getting hurt.
We got hurt?
He already
Oh,
managed
damn.
6 points and 3 rebounds.
Yeah, I don't want to see
This
nobody get
interior
hurt. No
dominance
cap.
wasn't just
Nobody
catching
needs
the
to get hurt.
attention of fans and critics. He has emerged as the current Las Vegas favorite to win the Rookie of the Year award. With the 10th overall pick,
What?
the Utah Jazz
How?
landed one of the best values of the night when they selected Colorado freshman
Oh,
Cody
this Jalen.
Williams,
No, it's
someone
not.
who
Yeah,
summer
this is
league
Jalen
began
brother,
in
huh?
Salt Lake City, where things didn't get off to a great start.
That was tough.
In his first outing, he would go just 3 for 10, followed by an 0 for 8 performance.
Damn.
But
Oh,
luckily, once getting out to Las Vegas, things really started to pick up for him. He dropped 21 points against the Mavericks.
Hey,
shot 9 for
Jazz got
15
some
from the
tough-ass
field,
jerseys,
and
I ain't
3
gonna
for
lie.
6 from distance.
Yo, why don't
Across
they
his
use
4
those
games in
right
Las
here?
Vegas,
These look
He was
tough.
able to average 15
That black and
points
yellow,
while
black
shooting
and yellow.
55% from the
Yeah.
field and 38%
know what
from
it
3.
is.
A lot of people were surprised to see that Monta
Hey,
Ellis was
hey, he
still
nice
on the
too. I
board
seen
when
the little
Bulls
dunk.
grabbed
That
him
shit was
with the
tough as hell.
11th overall pick. But what we saw from him in the summer league might give you a
Ain't
good
gonna lie,
idea of why we saw him slide down the board.
Y'all think he has a chance to win Rookie of the
potential
Year?
He has is clearly
He
through
be
the
scoring that
We
bitch. I
saw
can't
that in
lie.
his second game
He be
against the
scoring that
Warriors,
bitch.
when he dropped
But
28 points and 5 rebounds,
you know,
going 4 for 8 from distance and giving us
he got
one of
the size too.
highlights
Like I
of the
don't know.
entire week.
Sonogo. Make it 12.
This shit was so tough, bro. That shit was so
Had
tough,
people
brother.
quickly hailing him as the steal of the
Yeah,
draft.
that's my type of
But
dunk
while
right
that
there.
potential has always been undeniable,
Yeah, his
the
scoring potential is
consistency
crazy,
just
bro.
hasn't been there, and we saw that once again in Vegas. His other performances in the
Was that a
summer
2K
league
lag
were
dunk? Hold
been there,
on.
and we saw that once again in Vegas.
That was a
His
2K
other
lag dunk
performances
in
the
real life,
summer
bro. That's
league
crazy.
Were 4 for 15, 7 for 18, 4 for 17, and 3 for 11. Outside of that game against Golden State, he
step
shot
back.
just 2 for 20.
Nah,
from
fuck Golden
3.
State. Y'all ain't play
Now,
Reese
another
Beaton.
player that
Fuck
looked
y'all.
like one of the biggest steals of the draft early on in the summer league was the Wizards' 14th overall pick, Bub Carrington.
Yes, sir.
The 6'5" point guard put on a show in his debut, stealing the spotlight from that #1 versus #2 matchup.
Really?
And he did that quite literally from the jump.
Actually?
Over to the wing, a quick three on the way.
Literally from the
Finished
jump.
night
What the
just
hell?
shy of a triple-double with 19 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists, shooting 5 for 10 from the field and 4 for 8 from 3. Now, across his 5 games in Vegas, his efficiency wasn't
Bloody gang gonna lie.
dropping down to just 33% from the field and 36% from 3. But
Who is
Summer
this?
League is more about the eye test than anything, and Carrington was able to pass that with flying colors.
Okay.
At 15, we saw the Miami Heat select Indiana 7-footer Khalil Ware, who put together a really solid summer league, all things considered. Across 7 games,
Oh, yeah,
he
this
averaged
dude? Yeah,
18
he's
points,
nice.
8
I
rebounds,
thought he went
and 2
undrafted.
blocks. His offensive game right now is pretty limited, but he's dominant at the rim,
Nah, he's tough.
especially as a lob threat. Just in the game against
Yeah, he gonna
Dallas
fit good with
alone,
Miami.
he was on the
Work
receiving
hard,
end
everything.
of
Yeah, he
4
gonna fit good with
lobs.
Miami.
It'll be interesting to see what plans Miami has for Ware, given how solid he's looked early and the
But like, he
presence of
playing behind
Benjamin
Bam. He gonna be in the G League a
At
lot, I
16,
feel.
the 76ers selected someone that was just 2 days into college, Jared McCain. Someone that really struggled to find any rhythm whatsoever throughout a pretty lengthy summer league campaign of 8 games. He ended up averaging only 12 points and 2 assists, shooting less than 29% from the field and 26% from 3. Maybe more concerning was just how consistent these struggles were. He went 6 for 15 in his first outing, 3 for 10 in the next, 1 for 9 in the next, 4 for 14 in the next, then 3 for 16, 5 for 16, and 3 for 13. There's really no way around the fact that this is up there with one of the worst summer league runs we've ever seen. Now, with that said, there is definitely still plenty of reason to be hopeful for his future in the league. But right now, it does have to be pretty tough for Philly fans seeing what Dalton Connect is doing.
Okay,
The very
okay.
next
Yeah, this is my
selection
dog
off the
right here. You
board
know, I'm a
on
Lakers fan at heart. LA
Connect
for
had a pretty
life.
slow start in the California Summer
Wow,
League,
wow.
as he went just 3 for 12 in his first game, then
Yes,
3
sir.
for 13 in his second.
And my dog was
Once
turning
getting to
up.
Vegas, he really started to heat up and stood out amongst most of the rookies.
Yes, sir.
There he averaged 21 points
Hey.
and 5 rebounds, shooting 39% from
How is he gonna
three,
fit in
or
our
taking
roster,
nearly
though? That's
8
the
attempts a
question.
game.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm
we got a
starting
pretty
to
big
think
roster.
there
How is
might
he
be
gonna
a
fit?
major shift in the evaluation process of these prospects going forward. The
He
failures
was
of
going
names
crazy
like
in Tennessee,
Jimmer
though.
Fredette, Trey Burke,
And this is who we need, though. He,
have
wait, he
caused
stayed
many
3
to
years, 4 years
factor
in
in
college. Like,
production
he's
less
NBA
and
ready right
less
now.
and
He's
less.
played college.
To some degree, this
He's
has
like
been
21,
justified,
23.
but it might have gone
Ready.
too far.
Ready for some
At
shit,
least
bro.
If the early success of guys like Zach Edey, Reed Shepard, and Dalton Connect is any
And we had that
indication,
dude from Kentucky
Tristan
right there.
Da Silva,
He on the
the
bench.
15th overall pick by the Magic,
Shoot the
is
hell out
just
the
another
ball.
example. As a prospect, he checks all the boxes. 6'8" with a 7-foot wingspan. A really solid defender, coming off a season that he averaged 16, 5, and 2, shooting with 49-40 splits. Pretty much everything you look for in a prospect. But he slides down the board because he's coming into the draft at 23 years old. Something that, based on what we saw this past week, looks like a mistake. In Las Vegas, he averaged 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists, shooting 61% from the field and 59% from 3. With how badly Orlando needed to bring in spacing, he's got a very solid chance to be a big part of the rotation immediately. At 19, the Toronto Raptors selected Jacoby Walter, someone that as a freshman at Baylor came out of the gates on fire and quickly emerged as a likely top selection in the draft.
Why are we showing his college
He had
highlights?
some pretty serious struggles in the second half of the year, which caused him to slip down the board
The hell is this?
relatively quickly. The upside is
Here we
still
go.
clearly there. But for Walter, those late season struggles seem to have bled over into the summer league. Over his 5 games, he averaged just under 12 points.
Who's Toronto
while
got?
shooting only
I know they got
35%
RJ
from
Barrett.
the field
They got Bruce
and
Brown.
21% from 3. The
That's it,
potential
huh? They ain't
trend
really
this
got
year
too many
continues
talents.
with the Cavaliers selection of Jalen Tyson at 20.
Okay.
Coming off a junior year
Never
at
heard of
Cal,
this
where he
guy.
averaged 27 and 4. The 6'7"
Play money.
wing put together a really solid summer league. He averaged
Play
15,
money
7
Bates.
and 4.
That's all we
shooting
care
with
about for
59
Cleveland.
of 40 splits.
Bro, I don't
At
think Cleveland
21,
realized what
we
they
saw another
have.
Baylor freshman come off the board when the Pelicans took.
Okay, let me hear about this dude. You know, I'm a Louisiana hometown.
6'11" big, whose summer league really wasn't all that
Okay.
notable, but also not disappointing. He averaged 8 points, 5
Hey,
rebounds,
this is what we
and
need.
just under 2 blocks. We saw the worst case scenario.
What the fuck?
happen
Only 2
when
highlights?
this year's
What the hell?
20th overall pick to the Nuggets, Darren Holmes. Someone who was coming off a dominant junior season at Dayton and was
Damn.
aggressively targeted by Denver, who were desperately seeking depth in their front court. His summer league debut started off
Oh, good
really
pass.
promising. he dropped 11 points, knocking down all 3 of his shots from distance. But unfortunately, he would end up suffering a torn Achilles, easily the most feared injury in the sport. He'll almost certainly miss the 2025 season.
Damn. Hey, prayers up to him, bro. Nobody wants to see nobody get injured, bro. That's tough.
One of the more head-scratching decisions on draft night was the Bucks selecting A.J. Johnson with the 23rd overall pick. But it was weird to see a team with all their chips pushed into the middle go with someone that's coming off averaging less than 3 points in the Australian NBL. As far as his summer league goes,
to be fair though,
it was up and down.
He only played like 3 minutes, average 3 points. So like,
you probably have a,
you know what I mean? Like, it's not that bad. He was on the court and got what he could do in 3 minutes.
Dominating out in transition.
It's not like he played 15 and got 3 points. He played 3 minutes and got 3
going
points.
9 for 18 from the field. One of the better rookie performances of the week. But just 2 games later,
that's what I'm saying.
He
like,
also managed one of the worst.
He's pro ready. I'll give him that. He need to put on some muscle though.
12 shots, not making a single one of them.
Oh damn, never mind.
At 24, the Wizards made their 3rd selection of the night, where they took Miami 6'8" freshman sharpshooter Kaishan George, someone that looked the part in Vegas. While he averaged just 9 points over his 5 games, a majority of that came from distance, where he was shooting 48%. The 25th pick to the Knicks, French forward Pacome Daddier, really struggled to get anything going.
What the hell?
In Vegas, he averaged just 7 points and 4 rebounds, shooting less than 31% from the field, and knocking in just 2 of his 19 attempts from outside.
Damn,
For
only 2.
OKC's 26th overall selection, Dylan Jones, it was an up-and-down summer league. He turned heads in his 2nd game when he dropped 21 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists, only missing 1 of his 8 shots from the field. Unfortunately, however, he did follow that up with some rough 2 for 11 and 4 for 14 performances. But overall, he was still able to leave a pretty positive impression on most this week. His combination of positional flexibility and playmaking should allow him to seamlessly fit in with this young OKC.
Yeah, he got a nice mid-range, I can tell.
The Minnesota Timberwolves were able to grab
this dude's gonna be tough. I ain't gonna lie. 0-0
last year was in the conversation for the best player in college basketball.
Yeah, till that girl came out. Fuck that girl.
Which I have no
she need to go to jail.
Into on here.
No cap.
He would have likely gone much earlier in the draft, and he showed that.
Yo, this dude is so tough, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Up until that point,
he need to play for Minnesota. He need to come off the bench or something, bro. I don't know how they gonna do it, but he gotta do it.
Well, he was blown by defenders with ease and consistently getting to the line. In those 3 games, he averaged 17 points, shooting 60% from the field.
Damn.
The 28th overall pick
he's nice. He's gonna be tough.
Was Virginia defensive specialist Ryan Dunn, someone that continued to impress on that end in Las Vegas. Playing out on the wing, he was able to average over a block and a steal a game. Offensively, however, things didn't go nearly as well. He averaged less than 6 points in his 4 games, shooting only 34% from the field and making just 1 of his 13 3-point attempts. Almost everyone was shocked to see that the Utah Jazz were able to get Isaiah Collier with the 29th overall pick.
He's too short.
He was the top-ranked player coming out of high school, and early on in the college season, it emerged as one of the favorites to go #1.
Yeah, he was.
Obviously, things went pretty downhill after that, but getting him at 29 seemed like absurd value. It really wouldn't have been that surprising to see him come out in the Summer League and already look like the steal of the draft. Now, while that didn't quite happen, it was still an okay stretch for him, all things considered. He averaged 12 points, 4 assists, and over 2 steals across his 7 games, shooting 45% from the field. The last selection of the first round was made by the reigning champion Boston Celtics, who selected Creighton's Baylor Shireman. Shireman was one of the top shooters in the country this past season, averaging 19 points, shooting 38% from 3 on over 8 3
I'm be honest, I don't care about Boston.
I don't think I've ever seen. I've been covering the Summer League for 7 years, and I don't think I've ever seen one like this. The individual production seemed to be way down across the board, even from the second-year players. Jordan Hawkins, Grady Dick, Amani Bates, Ben Shepherd, even last year's Summer League MVP Cam Whitmore shot only 38% from the field and knocked in just 1 of his 14 3-point attempts.
Yeah.
I'm really not sure what to make of it.
Yeah, I think that's gonna do it, y'all. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know who y'all want me to react to next. You know, I ain't got no vids planned because, you know, the Olympics kind of messed me up. I was planning on reacting to the Olympics every time, every game, really. Shit, Germany, France, everything, man. I was planning on reacting to all of it. But, you know, things happen. It is what it is. We're going to bounce back for sure. I promise y'all that. And y'all like, comment, subscribe. Just let me know who y'all want me to react to next, bro. I got y'all with anything y'all want, bro.